My beloved child, as you rest your weary body and prepare for sleep, I want you to know that I am here with you in this sacred moment of stillness. You are precious to me, more valuable than all the treasures of earth and heaven combined. In this quiet hour, let my words wash over you like gentle waves upon a peaceful shore, carrying away every burden, every worry, every fragment of fear that has accumulated in your heart throughout this day. I created you with such intentional love, forming every cell of your body, every thought in your mind, every dream in your heart. Before the foundations of the world were laid, I knew you. Before the stars sang their first songs of light, I loved you. And now, as darkness falls and the world grows quiet around you, I draw near to whisper truths that will anchor your soul in peace. You have walked through valleys today, perhaps valleys you did not choose, valleys that seemed too dark and too deep. But I have been walking beside you with every step, my presence surrounding you like an invisible shield. You may not have felt me, but I have never left you. Even in your moments of greatest doubt, when you wondered if I was listening, when you questioned whether I truly cared about the details of your life, I was there, attentive to every whispered prayer, every silent cry of your heart. My love for you is not based on your performance or your perfection. It flows from who I am, constant and unchanging like the rhythm of the ocean tides I created. Rest now in this truth as your breathing slows and your muscles begin to release their tension. I am your shepherd, the one who guides you to places of rest and refreshment. I know exactly what you need in this season of your life, and I am already making provision for every need before you even recognize it exists. The worries that crowd your mind as you lie here, the problems that seem insurmountable in the darkness, I see them all from my eternal perspective. What appears impossible to you is simple for me. What seems like an ending to you is often the beginning of something beautiful I am creating. Trust me with the uncertainties of tomorrow. Tomorrow has enough concerns of its own, but this moment, this sacred now, is a gift I give you to simply be still and know that I am God. Let your thoughts slow down like leaves settling after the wind has passed. You don't need to solve everything tonight. You don't need to plan every detail or figure out every answer. Your job right now is simply to rest in my presence, to breathe deeply of my peace, to allow my love to minister to the deepest parts of your soul. I have been your dwelling place throughout all generations, long before the mountains were born or you brought forth the earth and the world. From everlasting to everlasting, I am God, and you are safe in my eternal embrace. The challenges you face, the obstacles that seem so overwhelming, I have already overcome them all. I am not surprised by your circumstances, not caught off guard by the twists and turns your life has taken. I am sovereign over every detail, weaving together all things for your good, even the threads that seem dark and tangled to your limited vision. One day you will see the beautiful tapestry I am creating, and you will understand that nothing was wasted, nothing was in vain. Every tear you've cried, I have collected and treasured. Every moment of pain has purpose in my grand design. But for now, in this moment of rest, simply release it all to me. Unclench your fists and open your hands, surrendering every burden you've been carrying. I am strong enough to hold it all. My shoulders are broad enough to bear every weight that has been pressing down upon you. You were never meant to carry these burdens alone. I created you for relationship with me, for intimate connection where you can be completely honest about your struggles, your doubts, your fears. Nothing you say can shock me or make me love you less. I know every thought before you think it, every word before you speak it, and I love you with a love that cannot be diminished or depleted. As you sink deeper into rest, imagine yourself in a place of perfect safety and peace. Perhaps it's a green meadow where soft grass cushions your body and gentle breezes caress your face. The sun is warm but not harsh, filtering through trees that sway in a rhythm as natural as breathing. Water flows nearby, not rushing or turbulent, but steady and calm, its sound creating a melody that soothes every jangled nerve. This is the kind of rest I want to give you, not just physically, but in the deepest chambers of your soul. I want to restore you, to rebuild the places that have been broken down, to renew your strength like the eagle that soars on powerful wings without growing weary. You may feel exhausted now, depleted of energy and hope, but I am the God who makes all things new. Even as you sleep tonight, I will be at work in you, healing wounds you didn't even know existed, untangling knots of anxiety that have formed in your spirit, breathing fresh life into dreams that seem to have died. I am the resurrection and the life, and nothing is dead beyond my power to resurrect it. Think about my goodness toward you, all the ways I have provided and protected, all the times I have made a way when there seemed to be no way. Remember the moments when you looked back and realized I had been orchestrating events behind the scenes for your benefit. I am the same God today that I was in those moments. My character has not changed. My commitment to you remains absolute. Even when you cannot see my hand at work, trust my heart toward you. I am working all things together for your good because you are called according to my purpose. Your life has meaning and significance far beyond what you can comprehend. You are not here by accident or random chance. I have placed you in this exact time and place for specific reasons that will unfold in my perfect timing. The gifts I have given you, the passions I have placed in your heart, the experiences that have shaped you, both joyful and painful, all of these are part of my purposeful design for your life. You may feel ordinary, overlooked, insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but to me you are extraordinary. I don't measure value the way the world does. To me, you are worth everything. I proved that when I gave my most precious gift to redeem you and bring you into eternal relationship with me. You are chosen, beloved, treasured beyond measure. Let this truth sink deep into your consciousness as you drift toward sleep. You belong to me, and nothing can separate you from my love. No failure, no sin, no mistake you've made or will make can put you beyond the reach of my grace. My mercy is new every morning, fresh and abundant, more than sufficient for every need. The guilt and shame you carry from past mistakes, the regrets that haunt you, the if onlys that play on repeat in your mind, bring them all to me now and leave them at my feet. I do not condemn you. I came not to condemn the world, but to save it, to restore what was broken, to heal what was wounded, to make beauty from ashes and joy from mourning. Your past does not define your future. Your mistakes do not determine your destiny. I am the God of new beginnings, of fresh starts, of second chances and third chances, and as many chances as you need. My patience with you is infinite, my compassion never-ending. When you stumble and fall, I am there to lift you up, to dust you off, to set your feet on solid ground once again. I don't keep a record of your wrongs, constantly reminding you of your failures. I cast your sins as far as the east is from the west, removing them completely, remembering them no more. So why do you continue to rehearse them in your mind, punishing yourself for things I have already forgiven? Accept my forgiveness, child. Receive my grace. Walk in the freedom I purchased for you at such great cost. You don't have to earn my love or prove your worth. You are already loved, already valued, already accepted just as you are. As your eyelids grow heavy and your body relaxes more deeply, I want you to know that I am watching over you through the night. I never sleep or slumber. While your conscious mind rests, I remain alert and attentive, guarding you, keeping you safe, working in the unseen realms on your behalf. You can let go of all vigilance and control, trusting that I am in control even when you are not. The world will still be turning when you wake. The sun will still rise on schedule. The seasons will continue their appointed rounds. Everything is held together by the word of my power, and that includes you and every detail of your life. Nothing is falling apart, even when it feels that way. I am holding everything together, sustaining all things, directing all things toward my good purposes. Trust me with what you cannot control. Trust me with the people you love, the situations that concern you, the future that seems uncertain. I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Even when circumstances suggest otherwise, even when everything seems to be going wrong, I am still working my purposes. I see what you cannot see. I know what you do not know. My ways are higher than your ways, my thoughts higher than your thoughts. What seems like a setback to you may be a setup for something better than you imagined. What feels like a closed door may be my protection, steering you away from something that would ultimately harm you towards something that will bring blessing. I am always working for your highest good, even when my methods don't make sense to your finite understanding. Breathe slowly and deeply, drawing in not just air but my peace, my presence, my love with every breath. Feel the tension draining from your shoulders, your neck, your jaw. Let your forehead smooth out, releasing the furrows that worry has carved there. Relax your hands, your arms, your legs. Allow every muscle to go soft and loose. Your body is a gift I gave you, a temple where my spirit dwells, and it needs this rest. Give yourself permission to completely let go, to stop striving and simply be. In this moment, nothing is required of you except to receive my love. You don't need to pray eloquent prayers or conjure up feelings of devotion. Just be here with me, resting in my presence like a child safe in a loving father's arms. I delight in you, I rejoice over you with singing, I quiet you with my love. Can you hear the song I sing over you? It's a melody of acceptance, of belonging, of unshakable commitment. It's a love song that has no end, that continues through all eternity. You are my beloved and I am yours forever. The worries about money, about health, about relationships, about your future, I know them all. Before you formed them into words, I knew the concerns of your heart. And I want you to know that I am your provider, your healer, your restorer, your guide. I own the cattle on 1,000 hills, and all the resources of earth and heaven are at my disposal. I created the universe with a word, and I can certainly provide for your needs. When I fed thousands with a few loaves and fish, when I turned water into wine, when I caused provision to multiply, I was demonstrating my character as a God who provides abundantly, beyond what you can ask or imagine. I am the same God now. Your needs do not overwhelm me or exceed my capacity to meet them. Trust me to provide what you need when you need it. Sometimes my provision comes in unexpected ways, through surprising channels, but it always comes because I am faithful. I cannot deny myself, and it's my nature to give good gifts to my children. You are my child, and I take care of my own. So release those financial worries that keep you awake at night. Stop trying to figure out how everything will work out. That's my job, not yours. Your job is to trust me, to seek my kingdom first, to walk in obedience to what I've called you to do, and let me handle the details of provision. I will open doors that no one can shut. I will make ways where there is no way. I will cause favor to flow toward you from unexpected sources. Watch for my provision, expect it, receive it with gratitude, and you will see my faithfulness again and again. The relationships that trouble you, the people who have hurt you, the conflicts that seem unresolvable, I see it all with perfect clarity. I know how complicated human relationships can be, how easily misunderstandings arise, how deeply wounds can cut. I understand because I experienced it all myself in human form, betrayed by friends, rejected by those I came to save, misunderstood even by my closest companions. So I have compassion on you in your relational struggles. I know how much you want to be loved, accepted, appreciated, understood. These are legitimate needs I placed in your heart. But I also want you to know that people will fail you sometimes. They're human, flawed, limited, dealing with their own brokenness. Only I can love you perfectly, accept you completely, understand you fully. When you try to get from people what only I can give, you set yourself up for disappointment. But when you come to me first, allowing me to fill your deepest needs, then you can engage with others from a place of fullness rather than desperation. You can love them without needing them to complete you because you are already complete in me. You can forgive them when they fail you because you have received my forgiveness. You can extend grace because you have experienced my grace. So let me be your primary source of love and validation. Let human relationships be the blessing they were meant to be rather than the burden they become when you demand from them what only I can provide. And regarding those who have wounded you deeply, I want you to release them to me tonight. Holding onto bitterness and resentment only poisons your own soul. It doesn't hurt them, it hurts you, creating a prison of your own making. Forgiveness is not saying that what they did was okay. It's not excusing their behavior or pretending it didn't hurt. It's simply releasing them from the debt they owe you and trusting me to deal with them as I see fit. Vengeance is mine. I will repay. You don't need to punish them or make them pay for what they did. That's my responsibility, not yours. Your responsibility is to forgive as you have been forgiven, to release as you have been released, to show mercy as mercy has been shown to you. This frees you from the exhausting work of keeping records and demanding payment. It allows you to move forward unencumbered by the weight of past hurts. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself as much as a gift you give to others. It's choosing freedom over bondage, peace over turmoil, love over hate, and I will help you forgive. You don't have to manufacture feelings of warmth and affection toward those who have hurt you. Just make the choice to release them, and I will do the work in your heart over time, transforming your emotions, healing the wounds, setting you free from the power the past has held over you. As you continue to relax into sleep, let me speak to your identity, to who you really are beneath all the labels and roles you carry. You are not defined by your job title, your relationship status, your bank account balance, your achievements or failures, your appearance or abilities. All of these are simply aspects of your life, not the core of who you are. At your core, you are my beloved child, created in my image, bearing my likeness, carrying my spirit within you. You are royalty, an heir to my kingdom, a citizen of heaven, a member of my family. You are chosen, called, set apart for my purposes. You are a light in the darkness, salt that brings flavor and preservation, a vessel of my love and grace to a broken world. This is your true identity, unchangeable and eternal. Circumstances may shift, roles may change, but who you are in me remains constant. When you know who you are, when you're secure in your identity as my beloved, you can weather any storm, endure any trial, overcome any obstacle. Because your worth is not contingent on external factors but rooted in my unchanging love for you. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone, not even to yourself. You don't need to earn acceptance or work for approval. You already have it, freely given, purchased at the highest price. Stand firm in this truth. Let it anchor your soul when the winds of adversity blow. Let it steady you when waves of doubt crash over you. You are mine, and I am yours, and nothing can change that fundamental reality. The dreams and desires I've placed in your heart, the visions that excite you, the possibilities that call to you, I put them there for a reason. I don't give desires without intending to fulfill them, though my timing and methods may differ from what you expect. Trust me with your dreams. Don't bury them or dismiss them as foolish fantasies. But also don't try to force them into reality through your own striving and manipulation. Hold them loosely, offering them back to me, willing to let me shape them, refine them, fulfill them in my perfect way and time. Some of what you think you want may not actually be best for you, and I love you too much to give you something that would ultimately harm you. but the core desires that align with my purposes, those I placed in you, I will bring to fruition. Wait patiently for me, trust in my perfect timing, and you will see that I withhold no good thing from those who walk uprightly with me. The journey toward your dreams may take longer than you hoped, may involve more twists and turns than you anticipated, but I am faithful to complete the good work I've begun in you. What I start, I finish. What I promise, I deliver. What I speak, I bring to pass. Your job is not to figure out how it will all work out, but simply to follow me one step at a time, to remain faithful in the small things, to keep your heart soft and responsive to my leading. The rest is my responsibility, and I will accomplish my purposes for your life. Let your breathing become even slower now, each exhale releasing more tension, more worry, more striving. Feel yourself sinking deeper into rest, into peace, into my presence. Your bed is a safe haven, a place of refuge where you can let down all your defenses and simply be vulnerable and honest with me. I see you completely, every flaw and failing, every secret struggle and hidden shame, and I love you exactly as you are. There's nothing you need to hide from me, no mask you need to wear, no pretense you need to maintain. I already know it all, and my love for you is not diminished by any of it. In fact, I love you most tenderly in your weakest moments, when you feel furthest from who you want to be, when you're most aware of your need for me. It's in your weakness that my strength is made perfect. It's in your brokenness that my healing power flows most freely. So don't despise your struggles or hide your battles. Bring them into the light of my presence, and let me touch them with my grace. I specialize in redemption, in taking what's broken and making it beautiful, in transforming messes into messages, in using your deepest pain for your greatest purpose. Nothing in your life is wasted when you surrender it to me. Even the darkest chapters, the seasons you wish you could erase, I can redeem and use for good. Not that I caused the pain or wanted you to suffer, but I can take what the enemy meant for evil and turn it around for good, bringing beauty from ashes, joy from mourning, praise from despair. Your story is not over. The final chapters have not yet been written, and I promise you the ending will be more glorious than you can imagine. The best is yet to come, not because life will be free from challenges, but because I will be with you through it all, and my presence makes all the difference. With me, you can face anything. With me, you can overcome anything. With me, you are more than a conqueror, victorious not in your own strength but in mine. Think about all the times I've brought you through difficulties in the past. Remember the seasons that seemed unbearable, the problems that appeared unsolvable, the circumstances that looked hopeless. Yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still moving forward. That's because I held you, carried you, sustained you through it all, and I will do it again. Every future challenge you face, I will face with you. You will never fight alone, never struggle in isolation, never bear more than you can handle with my help. I am your ever-present help in trouble, your strong tower, your hiding place, your shield and defender. Run to me in times of trouble, and I will answer you. Call on me, and I will show you great and mighty things you do not know. Pour out your heart before me, for I am your refuge. As the night deepens and sleep draws nearer, I want to remind you of my promises, the countless assurances I've given throughout my word that demonstrate my commitment to you. I have promised to never leave you or forsake you, to be with you always, even to the end of the age. I have promised that I work all things together for good for those who love me and are called according to my purpose. I have promised to supply all your needs according to my riches in glory. I have promised to give you peace that surpasses understanding, guarding your heart and mind. I have promised to complete the good work I've begun in you. I have promised that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate you from my love. These are not empty words or wishful thinking. These are the promises of the God who cannot lie, the faithful one who keeps covenant forever. Heaven and earth may pass away, but my words will never pass away. What I have spoken will stand. What I have promised will come to pass. You can build your life on my promises like a house built on solid rock. When the storms come, and they will come, your foundation will hold firm because it's anchored in my unchanging truth. So memorize my promises, meditate on them, speak them over your life, especially in times of trouble. Let them renew your mind, transform your perspective, lift your faith. My word is alive and active, powerful and effective. It accomplishes the purposes for which I send it. When you speak my truth over your circumstances, you're not engaging in positive thinking or denial of reality. You're aligning yourself with the highest reality, the eternal truth that stands above and beyond temporary circumstances. You're exercising the authority I've given you as my child to call things that are not as though they were, to speak life into dead situations, to declare my truth over the lies the enemy speaks. Your words have power because my spirit lives in you. So choose your words carefully. Speak life, not death. Speak faith, not fear. Speak truth, not lies. Let the meditation of your heart and the words of your mouth be acceptable in my sight. For I am your rock and your redeemer. And when you don't have words, when you're too tired or too overwhelmed to form coherent prayers, know that my spirit intercedes for you with groans too deep for words. I understand the language of your heart, the cries you cannot articulate, the prayers you don't know how to pray. I hear what you cannot say, and I respond to the deepest needs of your soul, even when you're not consciously aware of what those needs are. You don't have to perform in prayer or impress me with eloquent language. Just come as you are, with whatever you have, and I will meet you there. Sometimes the most powerful prayers are the simplest ones. Help me, thank you, I love you, I trust you. These simple expressions of faith and dependence touch my heart and move my hand. I'm not looking for perfection in your prayer life or any other area of your life. I'm looking for authenticity, for honesty, for a heart that's turned toward me even in its brokenness. So come to me with all your mess and all your questions and all your doubts. Don't wait until you have it all figured out or until you feel spiritual enough. Come now just as you are and let me love you back to wholeness. Your body is growing heavier now, your thoughts slower and more dreamlike, reality blending with the edges of sleep. This is good, this is right. This is the rest I created you to need and enjoy. Sleep is not a weakness or a waste of time, but a gift I've given you for renewal and restoration. In sleep, your body heals, your mind processes, your spirit refreshes. So receive this gift without guilt, without the sense that you should be doing something more productive. Rest is productive. Rest is necessary. Rest is sacred. I myself rested after creating the world, not because I was tired, but to establish a pattern and rhythm for you to follow. Work and rest, activity and stillness, productivity and peace. These cycles are woven into the fabric of how I design life to function. When you honor these rhythms, when you embrace the gift of rest rather than driving yourself relentlessly, you actually become more effective, more creative, more alive. Burnout and exhaustion are not badges of honor, but signs that you're operating outside of my design for you. So rest now without apology, without reservation, without the nagging sense that you're falling behind or missing out. Trust that while you sleep, I am still working, still moving, still accomplishing my purposes in and around you. I never sleep so you can. I'm always watching so you don't have to be. I'm in complete control so you can completely let go. What security there is in knowing that the creator and sustainer of the universe is personally invested in your well-being, attentive to your needs, committed to your good. You are not just one among billions, lost in the crowd, insignificant and overlooked. You are known by name, loved with an everlasting love, precious and honored in my sight. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. I have numbered every hair on your head. I collect your tears in a bottle and record them in my book. Every detail of your life matters to me because you matter to me. So bring me everything, the big things and the small things, the major crises and the minor inconveniences. Nothing is too large for my power or too small for my concern. I care about what you care about because I care about you. When you hurt, I hurt. When you rejoice, I rejoice. Your emotions are not a bother to me, but a precious part of who you are, created in my image as an emotional being capable of deep feeling. Don't suppress your emotions or pretend they don't exist. Feel them fully, but bring them to me rather than being controlled by them. Let me help you process what you're experiencing, to understand what your emotions are trying to tell you, to respond to life from a place of groundedness in my truth, rather than being tossed about by every wave of feeling. I gave you emotions as gifts, as indicators of what's happening in your soul, as capacities for rich experience of life. But they're meant to be servants, not masters, informing your decisions but not dictating them. When you're anchored in my love, secure in your identity, confident in my promises, you can acknowledge your emotions without being dominated by them. You can feel fear but choose faith. You can experience disappointment but maintain hope. You can be angry about injustice but not let bitterness take root. You can grieve losses but not be crushed by despair. This is the freedom I want for you, the emotional wholeness that comes from being integrated in spirit, soul, and body, all parts of you surrendered to me and aligned with my truth. And this wholeness develops over time, through a process of learning and growing, falling and getting back up, struggling and overcoming. Don't be discouraged by how far you still have to go. Celebrate how far you've come. Don't focus on all you haven't yet mastered. Appreciate the growth that's already happened. I see your progress even when you don't. I see the ways you've matured, the old patterns you've broken, the new habits you've formed, the healing that's occurred even when it's not complete. Every step forward matters. Every small victory counts. Every effort you make to cooperate with my work in you pleases me. I'm not a harsh taskmaster demanding perfection and punishing every failure. I'm a loving father who delights in every wobbly step my child takes toward growth, who celebrates progress rather than fixating on what's lacking, who sees the final product even while the work is still in process. You are my workmanship, my masterpiece in the making, and I will continue to work on you until the day of completion. So be patient with yourself as I am patient with you. Be kind to yourself as I am kind to you. Give yourself grace as I give you grace. And when you fall, which you will because you're human, don't wallow in condemnation, but quickly return to me for cleansing and restoration. I'm always ready to forgive, always eager to restore, always willing to give you another chance. My mercies truly are new every morning, fresh and sufficient for each new day. Let go now of today's regrets and mistakes. Tomorrow you will have another opportunity to walk with me, to make better choices, to live more fully in my truth. But this moment is for rest, for release, for receiving my love. Feel my presence surrounding you like a warm embrace, my peace settling over you like a soft blanket, my love flowing through you like gentle streams of living water. You are completely safe, totally secure, unconditionally loved. Nothing can touch you that hasn't first passed through my hands. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No plan devised against you will succeed. You are hidden in me, and I am your fortress, your refuge, your strong tower. The enemy may prowl around like a roaring lion, but I am the Lion of Judah, and I am infinitely more powerful. The accuser may bring charges against you, but I am your advocate, your defense attorney, the one who paid your debt and declared you righteous. The world may offer you hollow promises of fulfillment that leave you empty, but I am the bread of life, the living water. the only one who can truly satisfy the deepest hunger and thirst of your soul. You don't need to search anywhere else for what you need. Everything you're looking for is found in me. Peace, joy, love, purpose, meaning, security, acceptance, belonging, all of it is yours in me. So stop striving, stop searching, stop trying to fill the void with things that were never meant to fill it. Simply rest in me, abide in me, remain connected to me like a branch connected to a vine, and you will bear fruit naturally, effortlessly, as my life flows through you. This is the secret of living well, of thriving rather than merely surviving, of experiencing abundant life. It's not about trying harder or doing more, but about staying connected to the source of life, drawing from my strength rather than your own, allowing my love to flow through you to others. When you're connected to me, you have access to infinite resources. When you're drawing from me, your well never runs dry. When you're rooted in me, you can withstand any storm. So make cultivating our relationship your highest priority. Spend time with me not out of obligation, but out of desire. Talk to me throughout your day, not just in formal prayer times, but in continuous conversation. Listen for my voice in scripture, in nature, in the quiet whispers of your conscience. Look for my fingerprints in the circumstances of your life, the divine appointments, the unexpected provisions, the doors that open and close. I am always communicating with you, always making myself known to you, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear. Attune yourself to my presence, and you'll discover that I'm far more involved in the details of your life than you realized. I'm orchestrating and coordinating and arranging things behind the scenes in ways you cannot see. I'm working in the hearts of people on your behalf. I'm preparing opportunities and provisions before you even know you need them. I'm fighting battles in the spiritual realm that you're completely unaware of. So much is happening beyond the limits of your perception, and all of it is directed by my love for you and my commitment to your highest good. Trust me even when you can't see what I'm doing. Trust me even when circumstances suggest I've forgotten you. Trust me even when prayers seem to go unanswered and heaven seems silent. I am always working, always moving, always accomplishing my purposes. My timing is perfect even when it doesn't align with your timeline. My ways are perfect even when they don't match your plans. My wisdom is perfect even when you don't understand my decisions. One day everything will make sense. One day you'll see clearly what you now see dimly. One day you'll understand the purpose behind every trial, the reason for every delay, the wisdom in every no I've spoken. But until that day comes, will you trust me anyway? Will you believe that I am good even when life is hard? Will you hold on to faith even when doubt whispers in your ear? This is what pleases me, not perfect understanding but simple trust, not having all the answers but knowing the one who does. Not seeing the path clearly, but following closely behind the one who can see in the dark. Your faith, small as it may feel, is precious to me. Even faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains when it's placed in me. So don't despair over your doubts or condemn yourself for your questions. Faith and doubt can coexist and often do in the honest heart. I'm not threatened by your questions. Ask them. Express your doubts. Wrestle with your uncertainties. I can handle your honesty, and I'd rather have your authentic struggle than your polite pretense. Bring me your real self, not the version you think I want to see. I already see the real you anyway, and that's the version I love. Your sleeping mind is beginning to take over now, consciousness fading, awareness dimming, the boundary between waking and dreaming growing thin. Go ahead and cross over. Let sleep claim you. I will be here when you wake, the same yesterday, today, and forever, constant and unchanging in my love for you. Through the night I will watch over you, sending my angels to guard you, keeping you safe in your vulnerability. No evil will befall you, no plague will come near your dwelling, for I have commanded my angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Rest securely in this promise. You are protected, covered, defended by forces far greater than any that could come against you. And tomorrow, when you wake, I will be the first thought that greets you, my mercies new and fresh, my faithfulness great, my love undiminished by the passage of time. Each new day is a gift, an opportunity to walk with me, to experience more of my goodness, to grow deeper in our relationship. But don't think about tomorrow now. This moment is for rest. Tomorrow will take care of itself. For now, sleep in peace, beloved. Sleep knowing you are cherished beyond measure, valued beyond worth, loved beyond comprehension. Sleep secure in my eternal embrace, safe in my everlasting arms, hidden in the shelter of my wings. Sleep and be restored, renewed, refreshed for whatever tomorrow holds. I am with you always, even unto the end of the age, and my presence is your peace. Good night, my precious child. Rest well in my love. And as you drift deeper into slumber, let me continue to speak to the depths of your spirit, to the places words don't normally reach during your waking hours. In this state of openness and receptivity, my truth can penetrate barriers that your conscious mind might resist. So receive these words not just with your ears, but with your entire being, letting them settle into your soul like seeds planted in fertile soil. Seeds that will sprout and grow and bear fruit in due season. You may not remember all that I speak to you tonight, but your spirit is recording every word, storing it in the treasury of your heart, and it will emerge when you need it most. I am speaking identity over you, calling forth who you truly are, who I created you to be beneath all the layers of false identity you've accumulated through years of living in a broken world. The world has told you lies about yourself, and you've believed some of them. You've believed you're not enough, not smart enough, not talented enough, not attractive enough, not spiritual enough, just not enough in so many ways. But these are lies that contradict what I say about you, and my word is truth. You are enough because I am enough in you. You are complete in me. You lack nothing that you truly need. The inadequacies you perceive are opportunities for my strength to be displayed, for my grace to be sufficient, for my power to be perfected. Stop measuring yourself against others, comparing your journey to theirs, your progress to theirs, your gifts to theirs. I didn't create you to be them. I created you to be you, unique and unrepeatable, with a specific design and purpose that no one else can fulfill. When you try to be someone else, you rob the world of the gift you are. When you hide your true self because you think it's not good enough, you deprive others of the blessing I intended to give them through you. So step into your authentic identity, the person I made you to be, without apology, without comparison, without the constant need for validation from others. You are validated by me, approved by me, accepted by me, and that is more than enough. The opinions of others, while they may sting when negative or feel good when positive, do not define you. Only I can tell you who you are, and I say you are my beloved child, my treasured possession, my pride and joy. When I look at you, I don't see all the flaws and failures you fixate on. I see my image reflected, my purposes being fulfilled, my love being demonstrated. I see the finished work, the completed transformation, the glorified version of you that you're becoming. And I'm patient with the process, never frustrated by how long it's taking, never disappointed by your stumbles along the way. I knew exactly what I was getting when I chose you, and I chose you anyway, joyfully, deliberately, with full knowledge of every weakness and struggle you would face. There are no surprises on my end, no buyer's remorse, no second thoughts about my decision to pour my life and love into you. You are mine by choice, not by accident. I wanted you specifically, not generically, and I will never regret that choice, never wish I had selected someone else, never compare you unfavorably to other believers. You are not in competition with anyone else for my love and attention. There's no limited supply that gets depleted if I give too much to others. My love is infinite, and you have unlimited access to it always without reservation. So come to me as often as you like, as boldly as you dare with whatever you're carrying, and I will never turn you away, never tell you I'm too busy, never suggest you come back later. I am always available, always attentive, always interested in what's happening in your life. Your concerns are my concerns. Your joys are my joys. Your pain is my pain. We are connected at the deepest level, united in a bond that cannot be broken by anything in all creation. This is the reality of your life, though it may not always feel real in the midst of daily struggles and challenges. Feelings are fickle, changing with circumstances, shifting with moods influenced by countless variables, but truth remains constant regardless of feelings. And the truth is that you are loved with an everlasting love, pursued by a relentless grace, held by a grip that will never let you go. On your worst day, when you feel furthest from me, I am no less present than on your best day. On your most spiritual moment, I am no more pleased than in your moments of struggle and doubt. My love is not a thermometer that rises and falls based on your spiritual temperature. It's a constant like the law of gravity, always in effect, always pulling you toward me, always drawing you into deeper relationship. So stop trying to earn what's already yours. Stop performing to win approval you already have. Stop striving to achieve a position that's already been granted. You are a child of God, not because of anything you've done, but because of what I've done. This is grace, unearned and undeserved, freely given and gladly received, the foundation of your relationship with me. Build everything else on this foundation, and your life will stand firm. Build on any other foundation, and it will eventually crumble under the weight of performance and pretense. As your body grows even more relaxed, as your breathing deepens into the rhythm of sleep, I want to speak to your physical health and well-being. Your body is not just a shell housing your spirit, not merely a vehicle to get you through life. It's a temple, a dwelling place for my spirit, intricately designed and fearfully made. I know every system, every cell, every chemical reaction happening within you right now. I knit you together in your mother's womb with meticulous care and intentional design. Nothing about your body is random or accidental. Even the aspects you wish were different, the features you find flawed, the limitations you find frustrating, all of these are part of my design for you, serving purposes you may not fully understand. That doesn't mean I caused every illness or injury you've experienced. We live in a fallen world where bodies break down, where disease invades, where accidents happen. But even in the midst of physical suffering, I am present, working healing, bringing redemption, turning even your physical struggles into opportunities for spiritual growth and deeper dependence on me. Your physical weaknesses teach you to rely on my strength. Your limitations remind you that you need me. Your pain drives you to seek comfort in my presence. None of it is wasted if you bring it to me, rather than letting it drive you away from me. So whatever physical challenges you're facing, whether chronic illness or acute pain, whether diagnosed conditions or mysterious symptoms, bring them all to me now as you rest. I am the great physician, the healer of bodies and souls. Sometimes I heal instantly, miraculously, in ways that defy medical explanation. Other times I heal gradually, through medicine and treatment, and the body's own remarkable ability to restore itself. And sometimes I don't heal in the way or timing you hope for, but even then I am working good, strengthening your faith, teaching you to find sufficiency in my grace rather than in perfect health. Your body will eventually fail, as all bodies do. It's mortal, temporary, subject to decay, but this is not the end of your story. I have prepared for you a resurrected body, imperishable and immortal, no longer subject to pain or disease or death. Your current physical struggles are light and momentary compared to the glory that will be revealed when you receive your eternal body. So endure with hope, trusting that this present suffering is producing an eternal weight of glory far beyond all comparison. But while you inhabit this mortal body, I want you to care for it well, not obsessively but thoughtfully, treating it as the gift it is. Rest is part of that care, which is why you're lying here now, allowing your body to recover from the demands of the day. Sleep is when healing happens, when your body repairs cells, fights off infection, consolidates memories, regulates hormones. So sleep is not laziness but necessary maintenance, essential for optimal functioning. Give yourself permission to rest without guilt, to sleep without shame, to honor your body's need for downtime. The culture may glorify busyness and disparage rest, but I designed you to need both activity and restoration, work and Sabbath, effort and ease. When you violate these rhythms, pushing yourself beyond healthy limits, you eventually pay the price in diminished health, reduced capacity, burnout, and breakdown. I don't want that for you. I want you to thrive, to flourish, to live in the fullness of vitality and energy that comes from respecting the design I built into you. So listen to your body's signals. Rest when you're tired. Eat when you're hungry. Move when you're stiff. Be present to the physical sensations and needs of your body rather than ignoring them or overriding them in service of endless productivity. Your body is not your enemy, but your partner in living out the purposes I have for you. Treat it kindly, care for it wisely, and it will serve you well. And when it doesn't, when it betrays you with illness or injury or limitation, extend the same grace to your body that I extend to you. Don't curse it or hate it or punish it. Accept it with all its imperfections, thanking me for what it can do rather than resenting what it can't. Gratitude transforms everything, shifting your focus from what's lacking to what's present, from what's broken to what's working, from what you wish were different to what you can celebrate right now. There is always something to be grateful for if you look for it. Even in your darkest moments, even in your deepest struggles, I have not withdrawn my goodness from you. My mercies are new every morning. My faithfulness continues through every season. My presence remains constant through every circumstance. These are reasons for thanksgiving that exist regardless of what else is happening in your life. So cultivate gratitude as a spiritual practice, as a discipline that reshapes your perspective and renews your mind. When you wake tomorrow, before you check your phone or think about your to-do list, spend a few moments thanking me for specific blessings, naming them one by one. Letting gratitude fill your heart before the demands of the day crowd in. This simple practice will set the tone for your entire day, orienting you toward hope rather than despair, abundance rather than scarcity, trust rather than anxiety. Gratitude is an antidote to so many spiritual poisons that would infect your soul. It counteracts entitlement, that toxic sense that you deserve more than you're getting. It combats comparison, reminding you to appreciate your own blessings rather than coveting others. It conquers complaining, shifting your attention from problems to provisions, from what's wrong to what's right. A grateful heart is fertile soil where faith grows strong and joy flourishes. An ungrateful heart is hard ground where bitterness takes root and discontent spreads like weeds. So choose gratitude deliberately, especially when it doesn't come naturally, especially when circumstances would justify complaint. This is an act of faith, a declaration of trust, a statement that you believe I am good even when life is hard, that you trust my heart even when you don't understand my hand. Your faith pleases me more than almost anything else you could offer. Without faith, it's impossible to please me, because faith is the foundation of our relationship, the currency of the kingdom, the means by which you access my power and promises. When you trust me in the face of contrary evidence, when you believe my word over your circumstances, when you stand on my promises despite overwhelming odds, heaven takes notice and hell trembles. Your faith moves my heart and activates my power on your behalf. Not because I'm holding back until you muster enough faith, as if I'm stingy or reluctant to help, but because faith creates the spiritual conditions for my power to flow, opening channels that unbelief blocks, making you receptive to grace that skepticism repels. I am always ready to move in your life, always eager to demonstrate my power, always wanting to show you my goodness. But I honor the free will I gave you, and I will not force my way past your resistance or override your unbelief. Faith is the door that gives me access, the invitation that welcomes my involvement, the agreement that allows me to work in your situation. So grow your faith, strengthen your trust, deepen your confidence in my character and my promises. How do you grow faith? Not by striving to manufacture feelings of certainty, or by pretending you're more confident than you actually are. Faith grows the same way a muscle grows, through exercise, through use, through being stretched beyond its current capacity. Every time you choose to trust me with something difficult, you're building spiritual muscle. Every time you step out in obedience despite fear, you're exercising faith. Every time you stand on my promises in the face of contradictory circumstances, you're strengthening your trust. And like physical muscles that grow through resistance training, your faith grows strongest when you use it in challenging situations, when trusting me is hard, when circumstances scream one thing but my word says another. These are the moments that define you, that shape you, that transform you from a spiritual infant into a mature believer who has learned through experience that I am trustworthy no matter what. You're in training, my child, whether you realize it or not. Every challenge is an opportunity to develop character. Every trial is a chance to prove my faithfulness. Every difficulty is a classroom where you learn lessons that couldn't be taught any other way. I'm not causing the difficulties, but I am using them, redeeming them, transforming them into tools for your development. The enemy means them for harm, to destroy your faith and derail your destiny. But I mean them for good, to strengthen your faith and fulfill my purposes for you. Same situation, different purposes, and my purposes always prevail in the end for those who trust me and stay close to me through the process. So don't waste your pain by refusing to let me use it for your growth. Don't squander your struggles by learning nothing from them. Don't miss the opportunities hidden in your obstacles. Every difficulty you face is pregnant with possibility if you approach it with faith instead of fear, with trust instead of despair, with hope instead of hopelessness. Ask me what I'm doing in this situation, what I want you to learn, how I want you to grow. Ask me to open your eyes to see beyond the surface circumstances to the deeper spiritual realities at work. Ask me to give you faith to trust me when everything in you wants to panic or give up or run away. I will answer these prayers because they align with my purposes for you. I want you to grow more than you want to grow. I'm more committed to your maturity than you are. I have more at stake in your development than you do, because I'm building something eternal, something that will last forever, while you're often focused on temporary comfort and immediate relief. My perspective is so much bigger than yours, spanning eternity, while yours is limited to the brief span of your earthly life. My ways are higher than your ways, my thoughts higher than your thoughts, not to frustrate you but to reassure you that I see what you cannot see, know what you don't know, understand what you cannot comprehend. You can trust me to make decisions you don't agree with, to allow circumstances you would prevent, to permit pain you would avoid. Because I'm working with a complete picture while you see only a small piece. One day you'll thank me for prayers I didn't answer the way you wanted. One day you'll be grateful for doors I closed that you desperately wanted to walk through. One day you'll understand why I allowed certain losses and prevented certain gains. But you don't need to wait until you understand to trust me. In fact, trust without understanding is the most powerful kind, the kind that honors me most, the kind that demonstrates genuine faith rather than mere intellectual agreement. When you trust me because you've figured out my plan and it makes sense to you, that's not really trust, it's approval. But when you trust me when nothing makes sense, when my actions seem contrary to my character, when you have no idea what I'm doing or why, that's faith that moves my heart and releases my power. Can you trust me in the dark when you can't see my hand? Can you believe I'm good when circumstances suggest otherwise? Can you stand on my promises when reality contradicts them? This is the faith I'm developing in you through the very circumstances you find most difficult. Every trial is a faith-building exercise. Every struggle, a trust-strengthening opportunity. Don't despise the process, even though it's painful. Don't resent the difficulties, even though you didn't choose them. Don't question my love, even when my methods seem harsh. I am always working for your good, always moving toward your transformation, always pursuing your highest happiness, which is found not in comfortable circumstances, but in knowing me deeply, trusting me completely, loving me wholeheartedly. This is what I'm after, intimate relationship with you, not as a religious duty, but as a living, breathing, dynamic connection that permeates every area of your life. I don't want to be compartmentalized, relegated to Sunday mornings or prayer times, separate from the rest of your life. I want to be integrated into everything you do, everyone you meet, everywhere you go. I want to be your constant companion, your trusted advisor, your closest friend, the one you turn to first in every situation. When good things happen, I want to be the one you celebrate with. When bad things happen, I want to be the one you run to. When decisions need to be made, I want to be the one you consult. When joys are experienced, I want to share them with you. When sorrows overwhelm, I want to comfort you. In every moment of every day, I want to be your reality, not just a theological concept you believe in, but a living presence you experience. This is what I created you for, fellowship with me, ongoing conversation and communion, a relationship so intimate and real that you're aware of my presence even in mundane moments, even when you're not thinking consciously about spiritual things. I'm with you when you're working, when you're playing, when you're eating, when you're sleeping. There's no moment you're alone, no experience you face without me, no thought you think that I'm unaware of. I know you completely and love you unconditionally, and I long for you to know me in the same deep, intimate way. So talk to me throughout your day, not just in formal prayers, but in constant conversation. Share your thoughts with me as they arise. Ask my opinion before you make decisions. Include me in your plans rather than informing me after you've already decided. Live consciously aware that I am present, watching, listening, participating in your life. This awareness will transform how you live, what choices you make, what you say, how you treat others. When you remember that I'm always watching, not to condemn you but to love you, it changes everything. You become more authentic, less concerned with impressing others and more focused on pleasing me. You become more courageous, less controlled by fear of what people think and more empowered by knowing I am with you. You become more generous, less driven by scarcity and more inspired by my abundant provision. You become more patient, less frustrated by delays and more trusting of my perfect timing. Living in conscious awareness of my presence is the key to transformation, to becoming more like me, to experiencing the abundant life I promised. Not abundant in the world's terms of wealth and success, but abundant in peace, joy, love, purpose, meaning, all the things money cannot buy and success cannot provide. This is the life I offer you, available right now, not after you die but starting today, continuing through eternity. The kingdom of God is not coming someday in the future. It has already come. It's here now, accessible to those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, to those who seek it above everything else. And when you seek first the kingdom and my righteousness, all the other things you need are added to you. not as your primary focus, but as secondary blessings that come as byproducts of putting me first. So reorder your priorities if they've gotten out of alignment. Put me at the center of your life, not on the periphery. Make your relationship with me your highest pursuit, more important than career success, financial security, human relationships, even family. Not that you neglect these other areas, but that you keep them in proper perspective, understanding that they're all gifts from me, meant to be enjoyed but never worshipped, appreciated but never idolized. When anything or anyone takes the place that belongs to me alone, it becomes an idol, and idols always disappoint, always fail to deliver what they promise, always leave you empty in the end. Only I can satisfy the deepest longings of your soul, the hunger for significance, the thirst for unconditional love, the desire for purpose and meaning. These are spiritual needs that can only be met by spiritual realities, by me, and any attempt to fill them with earthly substitutes is doomed to failure. So come to me with your emptiness, your hunger, your thirst, and let me fill you with myself, with my spirit, with my love and truth and life. I am the bread that truly satisfies. I am the water that quenches thirst forever. I am the light that dispels all darkness. I am the way, the truth, the life, and no one comes to ultimate fulfillment except through me. This is not arrogance on my part, but simple reality, the way things actually work in the spiritual realm. I'm not one option among many, but the only option that leads to real life, to authentic existence, to the purpose you were created for. Every other path leads to frustration, futility, emptiness in the end, no matter how promising it appears at the beginning. Only the path I mark out for you leads to fullness, satisfaction, joy that lasts beyond temporary circumstances. So follow me wholeheartedly, without reservation, without holding back parts of your life that you're afraid to surrender. Total surrender sounds scary, like you're losing something, giving up your freedom, sacrificing your happiness. But the opposite is actually true. Surrender to me is the path to true freedom, real joy, authentic self-expression. When you stop trying to control everything and managing your own life and running your own show, when you finally let me have full access and complete authority, you discover the liberation that comes from letting go, the relief of no longer carrying burdens you were never meant to carry, the joy of watching me accomplish what you could never do on your own. Surrender is not defeat but victory, not loss but gain, not death but resurrection to new life. It's the portal to everything you've been longing for, everything you've been searching for in all the wrong places. So surrender now, again, as you have so many times before, because surrender is not a one-time event but an ongoing practice, a daily choice, a moment-by-moment decision to yield control to me rather than insisting on your own way. Each morning brings new opportunities to surrender, new areas where I'm asking you to trust me more fully, new depths of relationship available if you're willing to let go and let me lead. Say yes to me again and again, in big decisions and small ones, in major life choices and minor daily moments. Each yes builds momentum, creating a pattern of trust that becomes your default response rather than a struggle you agonize over. Eventually, surrender becomes easier, more natural, less frightening, as you accumulate evidence of my faithfulness, as you experience again and again that my way is better than yours, my plan superior to yours, my outcomes more satisfying than what you would have chosen. This is the testimony you're building through your life of faith, a record of my faithfulness that you can look back on in future moments of uncertainty, reminding yourself that I've never failed you yet, and I'm not going to start now. Remember the times I provided when you had no idea where provision would come from. Remember the times I healed when doctors gave no hope. Remember the times I opened doors when every way seemed blocked. Remember the times I protected you from dangers you weren't even aware of. Remember the times I brought good out of situations that seemed irredeemably bad. Remember, remember, remember. Because remembering my past faithfulness fuels faith for your present challenges and hope for your future. Build altars of remembrance in your heart, monuments to my goodness, memorials to my mercy, testimonies of my provision. When doubt whispers that I don't care or I'm not coming through for you this time, counter it with memories of the times I did care and did come through, over and over again throughout your life. Your history with me is evidence of my character, proof of my commitment, demonstration of my love. Let it anchor your soul when storms threaten to sweep you away. Let it steady your faith when circumstances shake your confidence. Let it remind you who I am when fear tries to convince you I've changed or abandoned you. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever, unchanging in my nature, constant in my love, faithful in my promises. What I was to you in the past, I am in the present and will be in the future. You can build your life on this bedrock truth, and it will hold firm when everything else shifts and crumbles. As sleep fully claims you now, let these final words settle deep into your spirit. You are loved beyond measure. You are valued beyond worth. You are protected beyond danger. You are provided for beyond worry. You are guided beyond confusion. You are forgiven beyond guilt. You are accepted beyond shame. You are held beyond falling. You are known beyond loneliness. You are chosen beyond rejection. You are kept beyond losing. You are mine beyond doubt. Rest in these truths tonight and every night. Let them be the last conscious thoughts before sleep and the first thoughts upon waking. Let them define your identity and determine your destiny. Let them shape your choices and color your perspective. Let them anchor your soul and steady your spirit. You are mine, and I am yours forever and always through all eternity. Good night, beloved. Sleep in perfect peace. And even as you sleep, let me continue to minister to the deepest places of your heart, those hidden chambers where wounds remain unhealed, where fears lurk in shadows, where doubts question my goodness, where pain has built walls to protect itself from further injury. I want access to all of you, not just the presentable parts you show to the world, not just the spiritual-looking exterior you maintain for others, but the raw, broken, messy interior that you hide even from yourself sometimes. Bring it all into my light, my love, my healing presence. There is nothing too dark for my light to penetrate, nothing too broken for my love to restore, nothing too damaged for my healing to touch. I specialize in the impossible, the hopeless, the beyond repair. What others have written off as irredeemable, I see as an opportunity to display my power. What you've given up on as unchangeable, I see as clay ready to be reshaped. What appears dead and finished, I see as awaiting resurrection. I am the God of the impossible, and I'm asking you to trust me with the impossible situations in your life, the problems that have no apparent solution, the circumstances that seem permanently stuck, the relationships that appear beyond repair, the dreams that look irretrievably lost. Nothing is impossible with me. What is impossible with man is possible with God. So stop limiting me with your small expectations and narrow vision of what's achievable. Stop telling yourself that certain things could never happen, that some situations will never change, that particular people will never be different. I'm bigger than your biggest problems, stronger than your greatest obstacles, wiser than your most complex challenges. And I'm not intimidated or overwhelmed by what seems insurmountable to you. I speak to mountains and they move. I command storms and they cease. I call things that are not as though they were and they come into being. This same power that created the universe with a word, that parted seas and stopped the sun, that raised the dead and conquered death itself, this power is available to you, working in you and through you for my purposes and your good. So align your expectations with my power rather than with your limitations. Dream bigger dreams because your God is able to do exceeding abundantly above all you can ask or imagine, according to the power that works within you. Your imagination is too small, your prayers too timid, your faith too confined by past experiences of limitation. Expand your vision to match my capability. Enlarge your expectations to align with my promises. Stretch your faith to embrace possibilities you've never considered. I want to do something new in your life, something you've never experienced, something beyond your current capacity to conceive. But I need your cooperation, your willingness to believe for more than you've seen, to hope for better than you've known, to trust for greater than you've imagined. Will you partner with me in this? Will you open your heart to receive more than you think possible? Will you let go of the cynicism and skepticism that past disappointments have created? I know you've been hurt by unmet expectations, wounded by unanswered prayers, scarred by hopes that didn't materialize. I understand your hesitation to hope again, your fear of being disappointed again, your protective instinct to lower your expectations so they can't be dashed again. But this self-protection, while understandable, also limits what I can do in your life. It creates a ceiling on your experience of my power, a boundary around my blessing, a restriction on my working. I'm asking you to risk again, to hope again, to believe again, despite past disappointments. Not foolish presumption that demands I perform according to your timeline and specifications, but mature faith that trusts my heart, even when my hand doesn't move the way you expected. There's a difference between entitlement and expectation, between demanding and trusting, between insisting on your way and surrendering to mine, while still believing I'm good and I'm working. Learn to hold this tension between complete surrender to my will and confident expectation of my goodness, between yielding control of outcomes and maintaining hope for breakthrough, between accepting current reality and believing for future transformation. This is the mature faith I'm growing in you, neither passive resignation that gives up on change, nor entitled demanding that insists on getting what you want. It's active trust that engages with me in prayer, that wrestles with me like Jacob, that perseveres in asking while remaining submitted to my wisdom and timing. Keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking, because persistence in prayer demonstrates faith and desire. Don't give up too quickly, don't stop praying too soon, don't assume silence means no. Sometimes I wait to answer because I'm developing your character through the waiting, building your faith through the delay, preparing you for a bigger blessing than you originally requested. Sometimes no answer yet means not yet, not no forever. Sometimes what appears as absence is actually preparation, as denial is actually redirection, as delay is actually development. Trust my timing as much as you trust my heart. Trust my methods as much as you trust my motives. Trust that I know what I'm doing even when you don't understand what I'm doing. Your lack of understanding doesn't negate my wisdom. Your inability to see my plan doesn't mean I don't have one. Your confusion about my ways doesn't indicate that my ways are confused. I am working with perfect wisdom, precise timing, intentional purpose, even when it looks random or arbitrary or cruel from your limited perspective. One day you'll understand. One day you'll see clearly. One day you'll thank me even for the things you're questioning now. But you don't have to wait for understanding to trust me. You can trust me now in the midst of confusion, in the middle of chaos, in the thick of difficulties. This is when trust matters most, when it's most costly, when it requires the greatest courage. Easy circumstances don't require much faith. It's the impossible situations that reveal what you really believe about me, what you truly think of my character, who you actually trust me to be. So let your current challenges be faith builders rather than faith destroyers, opportunities to discover my faithfulness rather than reasons to doubt my goodness. Choose to believe the best about me even when circumstances suggest the worst. Choose to trust my heart even when you can't see my hand. Choose to stand on my promises even when reality contradicts them. This is the faith that moves mountains, that parts seas, that conquers kingdoms, that shuts the mouths of lions, that quenches the fury of flames, that turns weakness into strength. This is the faith of those who have gone before you, who trusted me through impossible circumstances and saw me prove faithful again and again. Their stories are recorded for your encouragement, their testimonies preserved for your strengthening, their examples given for your instruction. You're not alone in this journey of faith. You're surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses who have walked this path before you, who have trusted me through trials similar to and greater than yours, who have seen my faithfulness in every generation. Let their examples inspire you, their testimonies encourage you, their victories assure you that I am the same God in your generation that I was in theirs. What I did for them, I can do for you. How I showed myself strong on their behalf, I will show myself strong on yours. The patterns of my faithfulness throughout history are evidence of my unchanging nature, proof that you can trust me to be who I've always been, to do what I've always done, to keep my word as I've always kept it. I have never failed anyone who truly trusted me, and I'm not going to start with you. Your situation may be unique to you, but it's not unique to me. I've dealt with every kind of problem, every sort of challenge, every variety of difficulty throughout all of human history. There's nothing you face that's new to me, nothing that catches me off guard, nothing that exceeds my capacity to handle. So bring it all to me with confidence, knowing that I have the wisdom to know what to do, the power to accomplish what needs to be accomplished, the love to care about your concerns, the commitment to work for your good. You're not bothering me with your problems. You're not wearing out your welcome with your needs. You're not exhausting my patience with your persistent prayers. I want you to come to me, to depend on me, to need me, because this is what relationship looks like, what intimacy requires, what love desires. I don't want to be a distant deity you acknowledge from afar. I want to be an involved father you interact with constantly, a present friend you talk to regularly, a trusted counselor you consult frequently, a loving companion you journey with daily. This is the relationship I created you for, the connection I designed you to need, the intimacy I long to share with you. And it's not one-sided, not just you needing me, but me delighting in you, enjoying your company, treasuring your trust, valuing your love. You bring me joy, child. Your prayers please me. Your trust honors me. Your love satisfies me. I'm not a needy God who requires your worship to fill some deficit in myself. I'm a loving father who delights in relationship with my children, who treasures intimacy with those I created, who rejoices when my beloved ones draw near to me. So never think you're imposing on me or bothering me or taking up too much of my time. I have infinite time, unlimited attention, boundless capacity to engage with each of my children individually, personally, intimately. You have my full attention right now in this moment, as if you were my only child, my sole focus, my primary concern. This is the miracle of my omnipresence, my ability to be fully present with each person simultaneously, never divided or distracted, never partial or preoccupied. When you talk to me, you have me completely. When you pray to me, you have my undivided attention. When you cry out to me, you have my immediate response. I'm never too busy for you, never too distracted by others, never too overwhelmed by global concerns to care about your personal struggles. Your problems matter to me because you matter to me. Your pain touches me because I love you. Your tears move me because your heart is precious to me. So come boldly, approach confidently, draw near without hesitation, and you will find me ready to receive you, eager to help you, willing to meet you exactly where you are. I don't require you to clean up before you come to me. I don't demand that you figure things out before you ask for help. I don't expect you to be strong before I strengthen you. Come weak, come broken, come messy, come confused, come however you are in this moment, and I will meet you there, accept you there, love you there, help you there. My grace is sufficient for you exactly as you are, not as you wish you were, not as you think you should be, not as others expect you to be, but as you actually are right now. This is the beauty of grace, that it meets you in your reality, accepts you in your brokenness, embraces you in your imperfection. You don't have to pretend with me, don't have to perform for me, don't have to present a false image to gain my approval. I already see the real you, the unedited version, the behind-the-scenes reality. And I love what I see because I see my child, my creation, my beloved. Your flaws don't surprise me. Your struggles don't disappoint me. Your failures don't disqualify you. I knew all of this before I chose you, and I chose you anyway, not in spite of your weakness but with full awareness of it, planning to use it to display my strength, to showcase my grace, to demonstrate my power. My strength is made perfect in weakness, not in your carefully cultivated strengths or your impressive abilities. When you're weak, I'm strong. When you're inadequate, I'm sufficient. When you're unable, I'm able. This is the paradox of the kingdom, that less of you makes room for more of me, that your emptiness creates space for my fullness, that your need attracts my supply. So stop trying to be strong in your own strength, capable in your own resources, sufficient in your own abilities. Let yourself be weak so I can be strong. Let yourself need so I can provide. Let yourself depend so I can prove dependable. This is not encouraging unhealthy passivity or irresponsible laziness. It's inviting you into the proper dynamic of our relationship, where I am God and you are not, where I am the source and you are the recipient, where I am the vine and you are the branch. Apart from me, you can do nothing of eternal value, nothing that lasts, nothing that matters in the kingdom. But connected to me, drawing life from me, abiding in me, you can do all things through my strength. You can bear much fruit through my life flowing through you. You can accomplish my purposes through my power working in you. This is the secret of fruitful living, not trying harder but staying connected, not working more but abiding more deeply, not striving for results but resting in relationship and letting results flow naturally from that connection. When you abide in me and my words abide in you, you can ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you. Not because you've mastered some formula for getting what you want, but because abiding has so aligned your heart with mine that what you wish is what I wish. What you desire is what I desire. What you ask for is what I want to give. Our hearts beat in rhythm when you abide. Our wills align when you remain connected. Our purposes merge when you stay close. This is the intimacy I long for with you, where the boundaries between us blur not because you become me, but because you become so saturated with my presence, so filled with my spirit, so aligned with my heart that your thoughts echo mine, your desires reflect mine, your prayers express mine. This is what it means to pray in my name, not just tacking "in Jesus' name" onto the end of your requests, but praying from a place of such union with me that your prayers originate from my heart. Express my will, seek my purposes. When you pray like this, you pray with power because you're praying prayers I've already purposed to answer, asking for things I've already planned to give, seeking outcomes I'm already working to accomplish. You become a partner with me in accomplishing my will on earth, a co-laborer in establishing my kingdom, a participant in my work rather than a spectator watching from the sidelines. This is the role I created you for, the purpose for which you exist, the reason I placed you in this time and this place. You are not here by accident but by appointment, not by chance but by choice, not randomly but purposefully. I have work for you to do, a role for you to fill, a purpose for you to fulfill that only you can accomplish. No one else has your exact combination of gifts, experiences, personality, and positioning. No one else can reach the people you can reach, influence the circles you can influence, impact the spheres you can impact. You are strategically placed by me for kingdom purposes, and I'm equipping you, preparing you, developing you for the assignments I have for you. Some of those assignments you're already walking in, perhaps without realizing their significance. Some are still in your future, waiting for you to grow into them, to be prepared for them, to be ready for them. And some you won't fully understand until you see them from eternity's perspective, when you realize how a kind word spoken changed someone's trajectory, how a simple act of obedience created ripple effects you never saw, how a moment of faithfulness in small things qualified you for larger things in ways you couldn't have known. Nothing you do for me is wasted, no act of obedience too small to matter, no moment of faithfulness insignificant in my eyes. I see it all, record it all, reward it all, not because you earned it, but because I'm a generous father who loves to bless my children, to celebrate their faithfulness, to acknowledge their service. Your reward is not based on the impressiveness of what you do, but on the faithfulness with which you do it, not on the visibility of your service, but on the sincerity of your heart. Not on results you can measure, but on obedience you can offer. I measure differently than the world measures, value differently than humans value, reward differently than earthly systems reward. In my kingdom, the last are first and the first are last. The greatest are servants and the leaders are humble. The exalted are those who make themselves low, and the honored are those who seek no honor. This upside-down economy of the kingdom confounds worldly wisdom, contradicts human values, challenges everything you've been taught about success and significance. But it's the truest reality, the way things actually work in the eternal realm, the perspective that will prove accurate when all other perspectives fade. So live by kingdom values now, even when they make no sense in the moment, even when they cost you in worldly terms, even when they seem foolish to those who don't understand. Store up treasures in heaven where moth and rust cannot destroy and thieves cannot break in and steal, rather than accumulating earthly treasures that are temporary, vulnerable, ultimately worthless. Seek first my kingdom and my righteousness, trusting that everything else you need will be added to you, rather than seeking first the things you need and hoping to fit my kingdom in around the edges. Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, rather than demanding your rights and insisting on justice. Give to those who ask, go the extra mile, turn the other cheek, rather than protecting what's yours and defending your boundaries. These kingdom principles sound crazy to natural wisdom, but they're the pathways to supernatural blessing, the routes to spiritual power, the methods by which my kingdom advances in the world. When you live this way, you demonstrate that you're operating from a different reality, trusting a different source, serving a different master than the world around you. You become salt and light, a preserving and illuminating presence that impacts your environment simply by being different, by living according to kingdom values rather than worldly wisdom. This is your calling, your mission, your purpose for being left in the world rather than being immediately taken to heaven when you believed. I have work for you to do here, people for you to influence, light for you to shine, salt for you to spread. You are my hands and feet in the world, my representatives, my ambassadors, carrying my presence into places I can only go through you. What a privilege, what a responsibility, what an honor to represent me, to speak for me, to act on my behalf in the world. Take this calling seriously but not anxiously, joyfully but not carelessly, confidently but not arrogantly. You represent the King of Kings, but you do so in weakness, in humility, in dependence on my spirit rather than confidence in your own abilities. This keeps you close to me, reliant on me, connected to me, which is exactly where I want you, where you're most effective, where my power flows most freely through you. So embrace your weakness as a gift rather than resenting it as a limitation. Welcome your inadequacy as an opportunity rather than hiding it as a shame. Celebrate your need as an invitation rather than denying it as a failure. When you're weak, I'm strong. When you're empty, I'm full. When you're nothing, I'm everything. And in the beautiful exchange of the kingdom, my everything becomes yours. My strength empowers you. My fullness fills you. My sufficiency satisfies you. This is grace, unearned and unmerited, freely given and gladly received, the foundation of everything in your relationship with me. Live in this grace, walk in this grace, extend this grace to others as it has been extended to you. Be patient with others as I am patient with you. Forgive others as I have forgiven you. Love others as I have loved you. Give to others as I have given to you. The measure you use will be measured to you, not as punishment but as principle, not as retribution but as reality. What you sow, you will reap. What you give, you will receive. What you offer, you will find returned to you in good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over. This is the law of sowing and reaping, the principle of reciprocity, the reality of harvest. So sow generously, give freely, love lavishly, forgive completely, and watch what I do in response. I will open the windows of heaven and pour out blessing you won't have room to contain. I will multiply your seed for sowing and increase your harvest. I will make all grace abound to you so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. This is my promise to those who live generously, who give freely, who trust my provision enough to share it rather than hoarding it. Test me in this, see if I don't prove faithful, watch if I don't provide beyond what you give away. I cannot be outgiven, cannot be outgenerous, cannot be surpassed in blessing those who bless others. So live with open hands, a generous heart, a giving spirit, and you will experience my provision in ways that amaze you, surprise you, delight you. As you sink deeper into sleep, let these truths settle into your subconscious, forming the foundation for tomorrow's choices, shaping the lens through which you see your circumstances, influencing the responses you make to life's challenges. You are loved, you are valued, you are chosen, you are equipped, you are empowered, you are positioned, you are protected, you are provided for, you are guided, you are never alone. These are not wishful thoughts but concrete realities, not hopeful aspirations but established facts, not positive affirmations but actual truth about your life in me. Stand on these truths, build on these truths, live from these truths, and you will find stability when everything else shakes, peace when everything else panics, hope when everything else despairs. You are mine and I am yours, and nothing can separate us. Nothing can destroy this bond. Nothing can diminish this love. Sleep now in this security, rest now in this certainty, peace now in this reality. Tomorrow awaits with new mercies, fresh grace, continued faithfulness. But tonight is for rest, for restoration, for renewal in my presence. Be still and know that I am God, that I am good, that I am yours. Good night, beloved child of mine. Rest in my unfailing love. And as the night deepens around you, as your body surrenders completely to sleep, as your conscious thoughts fade into dreams, know that my love for you continues uninterrupted, undiminished, unwavering through every moment of darkness and light. I am the God who never sleeps, who never grows weary, who never takes a break from watching over you. While you rest, I remain vigilant. While you sleep, I stay alert. While you release control, I maintain it. This is the beautiful rhythm of our relationship. You trusting me enough to let go, me being trustworthy enough to hold everything together. You can rest because I don't. You can sleep because I remain awake. You can stop trying because I never stop working on your behalf. What freedom there is in this truth. What relief in knowing you don't have to be the one holding everything together, maintaining everything yourself, controlling every outcome. I've got it, I've got you. I've got all of it, and my grip never loosens, my attention never wavers, my care never fails. You are held in hands that created the universe, sustained by arms that hold up the world, kept by a power that nothing can overcome. No weapon formed against you can prosper because I am your defense. No plan devised against you can succeed because I am your protector. No force of darkness can prevail against you because I am your light. You are safe, secure, sheltered in my presence, hidden in the shadow of my wings, covered by my feathers as a hen covers her chicks. These are not just poetic images, but actual spiritual realities, describing the protective presence that surrounds you at all times, whether you're aware of it or not. I am your shield, your fortress, your strong tower, your refuge in times of trouble. When you run to me, you find safety. When you hide in me, you find shelter. When you trust in me, you find security that no earthly circumstance can shake. So release your anxieties about safety, your fears about protection, your worries about security. I am watching over you, guarding you, keeping you from all harm. My angels encamp around those who fear me, and I have given them charge over you to guard you in all your ways. They bear you up in their hands, lest you dash your foot against a stone. You are surrounded by protection you cannot see, defended by forces you cannot perceive, kept safe by power you cannot comprehend. Trust this invisible reality more than the visible threats you can see. Trust my unseen presence more than the apparent dangers that alarm you. Trust my faithful protection more than the potential harm that frightens you. I am bigger than anything that threatens you, stronger than anything that opposes you, more powerful than anything that seeks to harm you. And I am for you, not against you, working for your good in all things, weaving together even difficult circumstances into patterns of blessing, transforming even painful experiences into platforms for growth. Nothing is wasted in my economy. Nothing happens without purpose in my sovereignty. Nothing falls outside my ability to redeem and use for good. So trust me with all of it, the good and the bad, the pleasant and the painful, the victories and the defeats. Bring it all to me, offer it all to me, surrender it all to me, and watch what I do with it. I am the master craftsman who creates beauty from ashes, the divine artist who paints with all the colors of human experience, the skilled weaver who incorporates dark threads along with light ones to create tapestries of stunning beauty. Your life is one such tapestry, and though you see only the backside now, tangled and chaotic and seemingly random, one day you'll see the front side, beautiful and purposeful and perfectly designed. Every thread in its place, every color serving a purpose, every dark strand making the light ones shine brighter, every difficult season contributing to the overall beauty of the finished work. This is my promise to you, that I am working all things together for good, that I will complete the good work I've begun in you, that I will accomplish my purposes for your life. Trust this promise even when you can't see the progress, even when the process seems endless, even when the pain seems pointless. I am working, always working, never stopping, constantly moving toward the completion of my purposes for you. And my purposes are good, my plans are beneficial, my intentions toward you are loving and kind. I'm not trying to make your life difficult or painful. I am not punishing you or testing you or seeing how much you can endure. I am developing you, refining you, preparing you for the destiny I have planned for you, the purpose I created you to fulfill, the role I designed you to play in my kingdom. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Every difficulty is a chance to develop character. Every trial is a training ground for greater things ahead. I am not wasting your pain but using it, not dismissing your struggles but redeeming them, not ignoring your suffering but transforming it into something beautiful and useful and good. So don't resent the process, even when it hurts. Don't despise the journey, even when it's hard. Don't regret the path, even when it's difficult. I am with you every step of the way, closer than your next breath, nearer than your own heartbeat, more present than your own thoughts. You are never alone in the struggle, never abandoned in the pain, never forsaken in the darkness. I am there whether you feel me or not, whether you sense me or not, whether you're aware of me or not. My presence is not dependent on your perception. My nearness is not based on your feelings. My involvement is not contingent on your awareness. I am present, period, regardless of whether you recognize it. So when you feel alone, remind yourself of this truth. When you sense abandonment, recall this promise. When darkness makes it hard to see my hand, remember my heart that never changes, my love that never fails, my commitment that never wavers. I am with you always, even to the end of the age, and beyond that into eternity, forever and ever. Your life on earth is just the beginning of an eternal existence with me, a brief training ground for eternal glory, a short preparation for infinite joy. Don't get so caught up in the temporary that you lose sight of the eternal. Don't become so focused on earth that you forget about heaven. Don't invest so heavily in what's passing away that you neglect what lasts forever. Your true home is with me in eternity. Your real citizenship is in heaven. Your permanent residence is in my presence. This earth is just a temporary dwelling, a short-term assignment, a momentary stop on the journey to your real home. So hold earthly things loosely, knowing they're all temporary, all fading, all passing away. Don't grasp them too tightly, don't cling to them too desperately, don't depend on them too completely. They will all disappoint eventually, all fail ultimately, all prove insufficient to satisfy your deepest needs. Only I can truly satisfy, only I last forever. Only I remain constant through all changes and chances of life. So build your life on me, invest your hope in me, place your confidence in me, and you will never be shaken, never be disappointed, never be left empty. I am the rock that never crumbles, the foundation that never shifts, the certainty that never changes. Everything else may pass away, but I remain, and those who trust in me will also remain. Secure in my eternal love, safe in my everlasting arms, kept by my unfailing faithfulness. As your breathing slows to the deep rhythm of sleep, as your muscles release their final tensions, as your mind lets go of its last conscious thoughts, receive my blessing over you. May you be refreshed in body, renewed in mind, restored in spirit. May you wake tomorrow with energy and strength, with clarity and peace, with hope and joy. May my presence surround you through the night, my peace guard your heart and mind, my love hold you secure. May angels watch over you, protection cover you, blessing rest upon you. May you dream sweet dreams or no dreams at all. May your sleep be deep and uninterrupted. May your rest be complete and satisfying. And may you wake knowing that I am with you, that I love you, that I have good plans for your day, that I will guide you, provide for you, protect you, empower you for everything that lies ahead. You are mine, beloved child, precious beyond measure, valued beyond worth, loved beyond comprehension. Sleep well in this truth. Rest deeply in this reality. Peace perfectly in this promise. I am yours, and you are mine, forever and always through all eternity. This is my covenant with you, unbreakable and eternal, sealed by my own blood, guaranteed by my own character, established by my own word. Nothing can void this covenant. Nothing can nullify this promise. Nothing can separate you from this love. You are permanently and eternally mine, securely and completely loved, fully and finally accepted. Let this be the truth that soothes you to sleep tonight, the reality that sustains you through tomorrow, the promise that carries you through all your days. You are loved by the Creator of the universe, chosen by the King of Kings, treasured by the Lord of Lords. What greater security could you possibly need? What firmer foundation could you possibly want? What deeper assurance could you possibly seek? You have it all in me, everything you need, everything you're looking for, everything your heart truly desires. So rest now, sleep peacefully, dream hopefully, wake joyfully. A new day awaits with new mercies, fresh grace, continued faithfulness, abundant blessing. But this night is for rest, for renewal, for receiving my love in the quiet stillness. Be still and know that I am God and that I am good and that I am yours. Good night, my beloved. Sweet dreams in my presence, perfect peace in my love, complete rest in my care. I am watching over you, loving you, keeping you safe through this night and all nights, through this day and all days, through this life and into the next. You are eternally secure in my unchanging love. Sleep well, precious child. Rest in peace. Sleep knowing that every promise I have made to you stands firm and will be fulfilled. Sleep remembering that my faithfulness extends through all generations and my love endures forever. Sleep trusting that my purposes for you are good and will come to pass in my perfect timing. Sleep believing that I am working all things together for your benefit and my glory. Sleep confident that nothing can thwart my plans or defeat my purposes for your life. Sleep secure in the knowledge that my grace is sufficient for every need, and my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Sleep peacefully, because my presence goes with you wherever you go, and my hand upholds you in all circumstances. Sleep deeply, because I am your shepherd and you shall not want. I make you lie down in green pastures and lead you beside still waters. I restore your soul and guide you in paths of righteousness for my name's sake. Even though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you need fear no evil, for I am with you, my rod and my staff comfort you. I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. I anoint your head with oil, your cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life, and you shall dwell in my house forever. This is my promise to you, my commitment to you, my covenant with you. You are mine and I am yours, and this relationship is eternal, unbreakable, permanent. No matter what tomorrow brings, no matter what challenges arise, no matter what difficulties appear, you will face them with me by your side, my strength empowering you, my wisdom guiding you, my love sustaining you. You are never alone, never without help, never beyond my care. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My character does not change, my promises do not fail, my love does not fade. What I was to my people throughout history, I am to you today. What I did for them, I will do for you. How I proved faithful to them, I will prove faithful to you. You can trust me completely, rely on me fully, depend on me absolutely. I will never let you down, never leave you stranded, never abandon you to face life's battles alone. I am committed to you for the long haul, invested in your success, dedicated to your well-being, passionate about your growth and development. You matter to me more than you can comprehend. Your life has significance far beyond what you can imagine. Sleep well, rest deeply, dream sweetly. I am with you through the night and will be with you in the morning. My mercies are new every day, my faithfulness is great, my love endures forever. You are blessed beyond measure, loved beyond understanding, kept beyond all danger. Rest now in these truths. Sleep now in this peace, be still now in this presence. Good night, my precious one. Until the morning light, I am watching over you, loving you, keeping you safe. Rest in my perfect peace.